Episode 8 in our playthrough of Downfall, Conquest of the Third Reich. Alright, it is time for the Western activation. Let's go! First, our weather marker is going to move with the dice. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just a little action order update. Move these down and pull another one out of the old hat. And we pull out material sources. So the West is really a little stalled in Africa here. All my special cards queue off of having armor. Well, that one has armor. But I gotta get to them. And ultimately, I think I need to get just more troops down here. So I think what I have to do is pull this out of the planning box, and we will use it for the recruit side. So I'm going to plop it here for 15 initiative. 15 plus 47, that would be 62. We do pass the event there, so there will be an event card coming in. Oh yeah, well, this is what I was worried about, because the next card coming into play is going to give the OK West some reinforcements, and I suspect he would put them in Africa. So we have 4 infantry steps that we can bring in, and we're going to bring them in from our Western force pool, which was here from the startup. And I think we're going to bring in our US unit, the 5th. And they come in at 0, but you assign steps to them. So I can assign 1 step, or I can assign 2. I'm going to assign 2 to this one. I'm going to assign 2 to the Canadian. This is going to be our oomping up the African forces. But they have to start off in America. And there they go right there. They're here. And we're going to ship them off to Africa. Here we're going to have to run the submarines. I do have a naval move action order in my queue, so we can get them over there quickly. But man, I wish I could have pressed the Africans a little harder. But the cards, the actions just weren't there. And we're going from bad to diverse. We're going to lose one of our air superiorities. However, the Westerners are going to lose. The Germans are going to lose their event card bonus. That's all right. And as much as it pains me to do that, shunk. This becomes the active event. And here we are. 3 access. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. We're not anywhere near turn 8, so access reinforcements. 3 OKW infantry and 4 AKH infantry. Each faction must use at least one of their reinforcing steps on a minor ally unit if possible. Okay. We can do that. Did I already say I was doing the OK West first? I think I did. But to satisfy our 1 minor axis reinforcement we have to do, we will take the 1 in the force pool for the OK West. And there's only one place the Italian can go. And that is in Roma. Yes, it's the one, a spicy meatball. And it's going to be a tricky business. We're going to try to bring 3 steps of infantry, and we have to go supply. We're up here in Germany, and we come down through Italy, and we hit this port here. And this, we could decide which port here, but we can't, because there's only Westerners up here, and we can't cross there. We'd have to cross somewhere where we're contesting the area. And so we got to go through here and get to Tripoli, reinforce the Africa Corps. But once we're here, we can up here and get the 5th Panzer. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. And the Westerners have been neglecting the strategic warfare aspect of the Siege of Malta, and now it's kind of biting them in the butt, because now, not only do the Italians have the maximum amount of navy they can have, they're providing a -1 to my die rolls. Oof. So 6, that intrinsic air does not count because the weather's bad. I think I mentioned that before. To 5, however, they get -1 from that Siege of Malta. 5 and 5. The Germans are not going to lose any initiative. Now, the question is, will the Westerners attack? I think they will, because they're going to actually get a +1 because the Germans are trying to bring more than 2 infantry steps across the water there. And you can see the little chart here. And we roll. +1. We roll an 8. Modified to a 9. Oh, they're just going to miss it. They're only going to do 1 defender hit. So, 1 defender hit. And that means I'm going to flip one of these markers. Well, I have the choice. I can either flip the marker, or of the 3 infantry steps I intend to assign, I can subtract 1. But since it's very rare to get forces into Africa, we're going to go ahead and flip 1. And now all 3 steps are able to get in here and reinforce. And I think I want to do 1, 2 here. And 1 here. 3 and 3. That is going to be solid. And now the Westerners are kicking themselves. Now they got to, and they're definitely committed to bringing more troops in here, because this is very highly defensible. And we can just stall, the Germans can just stall in Africa for a long time. Whoops, 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 an error. Okay, remember I assigned 1 to this Italian home, so I only had 2 to bring in. That doesn't change any of the dice rolls, but that means somebody here does not get an extra. And, well, yeah, I think I'll do that one. Alright, there we go. Now the OKH gets 4 infantry steps. That's huge. One of them has to be used on a minor. And we got one back here in Kiev, and we'll go ahead and crank up these Hungarians up 1. Now let's get into the subtleties of this game. Now we've already established that this guy is trapped. He cannot go, well, yes, he's surrounded and cannot move. However, tracing supply, even though there's an enemy zone of control, as long as there's a friendly here, he can supply here to here, trace through here, and hit here, and it's all the way off to, Berlin or whatever, or Germany. So he can take reinforcements. And so if you don't mind, the problem is they're going to keep crushing him. But I think we're going to go ahead and give 2 of the reinforcements to him and beef him up something fierce, so he can survive a little. Maybe we can find a way to break out in the meantime. Gonna be tough, but I really don't have, I can beef up all these guys to 4, which is getting kind of overkillish. We'll do that later, I think. The other place I'm going to spend the other one is here. I got this 11th up here. I don't like 1 pip guys anywhere. That's just too easy for him to go down. So we're going to give it to him. And that is the card. That was the Fortress Europe card. The upcoming card, Mare Nostrum. Who drew this card? It was the Westerners. So this is going to be the OKH. Yeet. And now we can negate air superiority with the Soviets, which would be nice. Hopefully we can come up with something to get those guys out of there. The Allies, or the Westerners, get to draw a card. They draw armored infantry. Oh, any Western. That's nice. That might help in Africa. The OK West, however, also gets a card. Army Group South. Now we're at the OKH. Let's decide what to do. Before we do, we have to do a little weather adjustment here. That goes up to the guy in the back. We roll 2 dice. We spit up 4. So 53 plus 4 would be 57. Come here, you. There we go. The OKH has nothing in their planning box, and they have literally only 1 thing they can choose, and that is this command failure. Command failure here for a cost of 2. So 1, 2. And we basically will roll 1 die. 2, and it's gonna bump up the OK West 2. Take that, OK West. I just hit you with 2 initiative by spending 2 initiative. Little cheesy, maybe. It is still, it's because the move's so cheap, it is still the OKH's initiative. This will allow us to maybe draw something for them. Well, maybe it's not that cheap. It's just a good way to, I don't know, maybe, stall a little bit. And get something out of it. That was only a 2-cost initiative. Now we're going to see if we can draw something for them. And no, it's the command initiative. It's the other one. Command failure. He already threw that. But here's the thing. He has no order that he can execute. He's already done one of these, so he can't flip that. He's already done one of these, he can't flip that. And he's already done one of these, he can't flip that. And these, of course, aren't reversible. So he's going to spend the 3 initiative and reseed all that. 3 initiative, 1, 2, 3. That means the Soviets will be next. And OKH just can't seem to catch a break here. Let's see if the reseed does anything at all. All these come off. All right, let's edit it. Stir them up. What do we got? Yep, same old Soviet attack there. That doesn't help us. Recruit or mechanize. That'll be mechanized because he's already recruited. It's a good way to remember. Partisan warfare. Another attack. Whoo! Soviets. Recruit. Ah, this is one he could grab. There's a deploy order. All right. Look it up a little bit. There's the OKW again. Recruit order for the Soviets, and that would actually be, well, no, it could be either one. And the second recruit order. Finally, partisan warfare for the Westerns. So that will be the conclusion here. Join us next time when it will be the Soviets' initiative. I do believe we have a problem, and that is namely we are out of armor units. And we will not be able to press our attack, I don't think. But join us next time and we'll see how it goes, and thanks for watching.